What's up, everybody? This is the Digital World Podcast. And here we see that Dr. Fauci is telling you what's coming. And this is something that you have to keep in mind. Because the fact of the matter is that at one point or another, things are going to change rapidly, right? It seems like it's going really, really slowly. But then suddenly, it happens fast. And next thing you know, you're waking up from your bed and you're like, I can't go out of my house. Because there's probably people there asking you for your medicine status. I don't know if you guys seen those videos. I think they're like social workers going and knocking at the house and asking people how many have received the medicine there. Here it says the definition of fully medicated in the United States will be changed. Dr. Fauci said Wednesday. It's going to be a matter of when, not if. Oh, big boy Fauci, huh? Telling you how it is. The head of the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases said during an appearance on CNN. He said the term for fully medicated presently refers to a person who receives 2 doses of that or the single shot. He previously said the definition could be changed. Dr. Walensky, head of the CDC, said, set the definition, has left open the possibility of changing it. Here's the thing, folks. They like tippy-toe around it. They kind of, guide you slowly, little by little. And once you become comfortable with it, then bam, they smack you right with it. He said the definition is used by authorities imposing these medicines across the country, including the federal mandates against the workers and government contractors. A lot of those things have been blocked and so forth and so on. But one thing that's interesting is there's a lot of things that are happening. Excuse me. And this is one of the concerns, right? But another concern, because this is, folks, like I'm saying, this is all coming here all at one point. And you got to pay attention to it, right? Some people just want to focus on the optimism, and that's okay. They can look at the bright side of things, right? But you have to be realistic in your analysis and not just want everything to be dandy and happy, because sometimes that's not what it is. And it's hard to talk about these topics day in and day out, especially in the current climate that we're living in. Because if you want all sunshine and rainbows and you prepare yourself for that, right? And then the opposite happens, then you'll be faced with the harsh situation. And what I'm trying to get at is, be optimistic, right? You have to be optimistic. You have to be happy. But on that flip side, you got to be realistic and prepare, because we're not living in easy times. And this all is sort of an introduction to what I'm about to say here. With Jeff Schneider, he said, contrary to pics of empty car dealer lots or specific grocery store shelves, inventory actually is piling up in record fashion, he says. Accounting for oil and cars, it's already outpacing even red hot wholesale sales. Accumulating inventory isn't good for 2022. Now, what does that mean? That means you have a lot of product sitting there waiting, and if you bring it all onto the market, you're going to have so much supply that you're going to see a drop in price, and it could be a dramatic drop. And you see these stores, dealers, scrambling to try to sell. And one thing, the narrative for inflation has been rampant. It's been being pushed hard. And now you see everyone and their uncle worried about inflation, which in a sense, they should be in a sense. But now once everyone starts running on that narrative, and they start piling their money in stocks or anything of that sort, you start to question, okay, what's going on here? The charts are saying one thing, and then the narrative is contrary, right? So I hear these smart people talk about deflation coming, and what could happen to the markets. And when you have inventory that's been accumulating, just sitting there, and it hits the market out of all of a sudden, it will definitely shock the market a little bit. Okay? And people who invested, at higher prices, and that comes down in price, they'll be holding the bag. Now, I'm not claiming I know how the technicalities of how it all works, right? But something like this, if you guys watch The Economic Ninja, he talks about how he believes that inventory is going to flood the markets and it's going to drop the prices of things. And he said if you can hold off for a little bit, next year you're going to start seeing something like that. And here's the chart to prove it. Okay? So inflation's running wild, the narrative's running wild, and people are putting their money here and there and there. But what happens when this happens and hits the market? Now what? It's just something to keep in mind. So, this is the Digital World Podcast. You guys let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you in the next episode.